eat our food, let's say grace. Oh Lord, please bless this food. Johnny boy, that's not how you say grace.
You know, it gets really annoying when you have to say all this jibber jabber before we eat, and it takes forever.
You know, just be grateful that we have food and the children in Africa don't.
Whatever.
So, Johnny boy, ready to know about the Bible?
No.
Splendid. So, it says here in the book of Genesis, God created earth and said that every man is equal.
That's crazy!
Carla, I don't see the point of learning about people or what they did if they're way long dead. I don't see the point.
You know, it's important to know about your religion and your history and how everything came to be.
No, it's not. What you're teaching me is religion, a belief. What you're basically telling me are made-up stories that you believe are true.
Johnny, that is no way to talk to your mentor and your God like that.
He is not my God.
Yes, he is.
What makes you say that?
'Cause I said so.
Okay, I think I'm done here. I've had enough made-up fairy tales.
God didn't create a potty mouth punk like you. Johnny boy, what are you doing?
Smoking?
Smoke weed every day.
I said you can't smoke in my house.
Oh yeah, my bad.
You know, I didn't raise you like this, and neither did God.
Jesus Christ, every time you talk to me, it's always God, 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 God. Can't you go one day without saying that word?
You know, God doesn't like your tone. Now, Johnny, what we're going to be learning today is words. Now, spell colloquialism.
SCREWYOU.
Excellent. Now, write out the definition of transcendentalism. And then the book of Exodus says, if you're a good person, you're going to go to heaven. But if you're a bad person, you're going to go to hell.
What?
Did you hear what I just said?
I don't know, something about Gordon Ramsay?
No, I'm talking about the concept of heaven and hell.
Oh yeah, that stuff. I'm glad I was asleep for that.
You know, this is the exact behavior that's going to put you in hell.
I'd rather be in hell than here.
What?
I'd rather be in hell than here.
You know, I think that Tom Sawyer kid, the boy you've been hanging around, I think he's been influencing you to be like this.
Oh, my boy Tom Lawyer? Nah, he got that from me.
Why don't we even put up with you? I'm worried about you.
You should look in the mirror and say that to yourself.
Why are you acting like this? You know, I gave you a roof over your head, I gave you food to eat, I tried to make you a civilized gentleman, but it just seems not to work. Am I doing something wrong?
I respect that you're trying to do your best to make me a civilized gentleman. And I also do appreciate you putting a roof over my head and giving me food to eat. But this whole shoving your religion down my throat thing really gets annoying. I know this may be hard for you to believe, but some people don't see eye to eye with your religion. And you know what? Then they're normal people, just like you and I. They walk the same, talk the same, they live the same way as any other person in this world does. Like I said, religion is a belief, just like how I believe Mr. Carnell will give me an A on this project. You think otherwise, and just how you believe in a God, I think otherwise.
I never thought about it like that. You know, I thought me teaching you about my religion and what I think is right, I thought it will make you a better person, but it doesn't seem to work out.
But I can be a better person without religion.
But what about being a responsible, civilized young gentleman?
You can still teach me to be just that. Just lay off the religion thing.
You know what? I agree with you. Come on, let's go smoke a doobie.
I really wish that was how it went down, but here's how it really went down.
What the hell is wrong with you? I gave you a roof over your head, food to eat, and this is how you treat me?
Well, excuse me? If you hadn't shoved religion down my throat, I wouldn't be so mad.
Oh, with your attitude, you need God.
You can't change me, darling.
Well, I don't care if I change you. I'll change you if I would.
One evening as the sun went down and the jungle fire was burning, down the track came a hobo hiking, and he said, boys, I'm not turning. I'm headed for a land that's far away, beside the crystal fountains. So come with me, we'll go and see the big rock candy mountains. In the big rock candy mountains, there's a land that's fair and bright, where the handouts grow on bushes and you sleep out every night, where the boxcars all are empty and the sun shines every day on the birds and the bees and the cigarette trees, the lemonade springs where the bluebird sings in the big rock candy mountains.
What the hell is wrong with you? I gave you a roof over your head, food to eat, and this is how you treat me?
Well, excuse me, if you hadn't shoved religion down my throat, I wouldn't be so mad.
Well, you need religion with your attitude that you have.
You can't change me, darling.
Secondary interruption.
Shut up!
Your roof over your head, food to eat, and this is how you treat me?
Well, excuse me, if you hadn't shoved religion down my throat, I wouldn't be so mad.
You know, you need God with your attitude that you have.
You can't change me, darling.
Well, I don't care!
Stop fighting.
Shut up.
Jonah boy, what are you doing?
Smoking?
And if you're a bad person, you're gonna go to hell.
Too bad I like meth.
I'm ashamed to be an American where the fags can freely roam. They spread their filth around this land, every pervert calls it home.
For several days I'd been living among the members of the Westboro Baptist Church,
Proclaim God's word today.
a fire and brimstone Christian group made up almost entirely of a single family.
God hates the USA. Welcome to our picket.
Since the Iraq War, they've become infamous for picketing the funerals of dead soldiers as a protest against an America that tolerates homosexuality.
Welcome back to Hannity and Combs. Members of the Westboro Baptist Church in Topeka, Kansas have been protesting.
America is doomed. God hates fags. Are you a homosexual? Are you or not?
Shirley Phelps taught each of her 11 kids not just hate homosexuals,
We're servants of the living God, hon. Where does it matter where we came from?
but that all homosexuals should die.
The Westboro Baptist Church is probably the most controversial church in America.
Hush up, and obey your God.
You're a sick,
like cold.
soulless,
But thank you.
twisted human being.
And for 3 weeks I'd be trying to fathom why they'd created such a strange ministry. Who was that one? Is this in the Bible?
Fags eat feces? That's a fact, hon.
The church is situated in a suburb of Topeka, Kansas. Its pastor is the family patriarch, Fred Phelps, also known as Gramps. Hi there, you must be Shirley.
Yes.
I'm Louis.
Hi, Louis.
How do you do? But in the last few years, the day-to-day operations have been run by the pastor's daughter, Shirley, a lawyer and mother to 11 children. So where are we? This is an office area, would we say?
Yes.
So, these are your signs. You've got God hates fags here.
And God hates you. Just don't think of fags as just those guys who are taking it up the tailpipe. Think of it as people who are involved in some perverted sex act, and I'm talking about anything other than one man, one woman in their marriage bed.
So beneath that, are there gradations of iniquity, as it were?
If you see a nation or a people who have risen up with one voice to say that it's okay to be gay, you're looking at a doomed people. Those people have crossed the line. When you say gay pride, you obviously have given over any trace or any notion that you're going to admit that you're sinning. You understand that, don't you? It's okay to be gay. It's an innocent alternate lifestyle.
That's what I believe.
Well, then you can't say, then you believe that it's not a sin.
Yes.
And so you condemn yourself, because by your words are you justified, and by your words are you condemned.
But am I right in thinking, though, that you know that Jesus actually wasn't a big thing for him? He had other priorities rather than homosexuality. And it's not one of the 10 Commandments, is it?
Yes.
Which one?
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
But that's not being gay. It's cheating on someone.
The streets of this nation are full of married men having fag sex. That's adultery. So don't try to pretend that you don't come under the umbrella of adultery just because you're a fag. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
you gotta go put this is Gabriel.
How do you do?
Go put your stuff away. And Grace.
How do you do?
This is Grace.
For the last few years, the church has taken its message of God's hate to the funerals of soldiers killed in Iraq and Afghanistan, reasoning that they were struck down by God for fighting for a depraved and doomed nation. So what is the plan today?
The plan is that we'll get out here and put these signs in the air.
At the funeral?
Hun, you can call it that, but what they're doing here is they're worshiping the dead.
You said you do research into the soldiers that have died?
He was a staff sergeant, Kevin Ziegler, and he died of an IED.
That's a...
roadside bomb.
Right, an improvised explosive device.
Exactly. It says his family was told that he and another soldier died while trying to disable the explosive. He was 31.
Do you think it's possible that by getting in people's faces in this way, you're more likely to put people off the word of Jesus Christ and the Bible? Have you thought about that just in terms of human psychology?
You think our job is to win souls to Christ. All we do by getting in their face and putting these signs in front of them and these plain words is make what was already in their heart come out of their mouth.
What do you really think?
This is what I really think.
No, but you do, I mean, but you actually, there's a part of you that doesn't think that.
No, there's not any part of me. The commandment has gone forth.
Why go down
America
there?
is doomed because we are the evil angels.
Evil angels?
Exactly, and it's not because we're evil people, but because we're bringing to you the message of the evil that God has determined upon you. And once we have delivered this message...
I thought God didn't do evil.
Oh my goodness. Come on guys, let's get out of here. Let's bail. This is our corner. Come on little boys. Zach, you hop in case he wants you.
So I'm going to keep
Zach, call me.
a little bit of a distance because I'm not part of the picket.
That's okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm just here as a journalist.
Yes.
Shirley.
Yes.
Today's picket was at an intersection near a church in Kansas City, Missouri. Among the picketers was the pastor's wife, though of the pastor himself there was no sign. Like many states across America, Missouri has established strict regulations in an attempt to limit the Phelps contact with the bereaved, and I was relieved to see how far from the funeral the church members were required to be.
God hates America! America is doomed!
This is shameful.
Yeah.
Right down shameful.
Yeah, hon.
Got little kids like this. You guys need to...
You obviously raised your brat for the devil. You're a big gluttonous brat for the devil. And you're going to hell.
You know, I don't agree with the lifestyle.
I don't. You do. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You love fags. You hate God. So just shut up.
What was he talking about?
He's talking about, I don't agree with fags, but, you know, que sera, sera. You think you can fix this with that? You think you're going to change God?
You know why?